Grandpa teaches English. Subscribe now.
I lean against the wooden wall. I lean against the wooden wall. I walk along the riverbank. I walk along the riverbank. I stand amid the heavy rain. I stand amid the heavy rain. I stand among the tall trees. I stand among the tall trees. I rest against the large rock. I rest against the large rock. I walk along the brick path. I walk along the brick path. I stand amid the loud traffic. I stand amid the loud traffic. I stand among the beautiful flowers. I stand among the beautiful flowers. I lean against the street lamp. I lean against the street lamp. I walk along the concrete fence. I walk along the concrete fence. I lean against the metal railing. I lean against the metal railing. I walk along the beach highway. I walk along the beach highway. I stand amid the thick smoke. I stand amid the thick smoke. I stand among the crowd of people. I stand among the crowd of people. I rest against the brick pillar. I rest against the brick pillar. I walk along the train track. I walk along the train track. I stand amid the loud cheers. I stand amid the loud cheers. I stand among the old books. I stand among the old books. I lean against the wooden counter. I lean against the wooden counter. I walk along the garden edge. I walk along the garden edge. I lean against the glass window. I lean against the glass window. I walk along the mountain ridge. I walk along the mountain ridge. I stand amid the winter blizzard. I stand amid the winter blizzard. I stand among the ancient statues. I stand among the ancient statues. I press against the heavy door. I press against the heavy door. I walk along the concrete canal. I walk along the concrete canal. I stand amid the cheering crowd. I stand amid the cheering crowd. I stand among the wooden crates. I stand among the wooden crates. I rest against the stone fireplace. I rest against the stone fireplace. I walk along the forest boundary. I lean against the wooden tree trunk. I lean against the wooden tree trunk. I walk along the ocean pier. I walk along the ocean pier. I stand amid the factory noise. I stand amid the factory noise. I stand among the historic ruins. I stand among the historic ruins. I rest against the ancient stone wall. I rest against the ancient stone wall. I walk along the curving footpath. I walk along the curving footpath. I stand amid the dusty wind. I stand amid the dusty wind. I stand among the modern buildings. I stand among the modern buildings. I lean against the glass railing. I lean against the glass railing. I lean against the brick chimney. I lean against the brick chimney. I walk along the edge of the lake. I walk along the edge of the lake. I stand amid the dense fog. I stand amid the dense fog. I stand among the modern cars. I stand among the modern cars. I rest against the stone monument. I rest against the stone monument. I walk along the gravel path. I walk along the gravel path. I stand amid the heavy snow. I stand amid the heavy snow. I stand among the shipping containers. I stand among the shipping containers. I lean against the metal post. I lean against the metal post. I walk along the concrete platform. I walk along the concrete platform. I lean against the metal fence. I lean against the metal fence. I walk along the edge of the forest. I walk along the edge of the forest. I stand amid the heavy wind. I stand amid the heavy wind. I stand among the concrete pillars. I stand among the concrete pillars. I rest against the wooden post. I rest against the wooden post. I walk along the stone wall. I walk along the stone wall. I stand amid the dark storm. I stand amid the dark storm. I stand among the market stalls. I stand among the market stalls. I lean against the stone column. I lean against the stone column. I walk along the garden path. I walk along the garden path. I lean against the concrete pillar. I lean against the concrete pillar. I walk along the brick wall. I walk along the brick wall. I stand amid the floating dust. I stand amid the floating dust. I stand among the ancient ruins. I stand among the ancient ruins. I rest against the iron post. I rest against the iron post. I walk along the edge of the lake. I walk along the edge of the lake. I stand amid the rolling clouds. I stand amid the rolling clouds. I stand among the colorful boxes. I stand among the colorful boxes. I lean against the brick chimney. I lean against the brick chimney. I walk along the gravel path. I lean against the wooden fence. I lean against the wooden fence. I walk along the edge of the forest. I walk along the edge of the forest. I stand amid the heavy wind. I stand amid the heavy wind. I stand among the concrete pillars. I stand among the concrete pillars. I rest against the wooden post. I rest against the wooden post. I walk along the stone wall. I walk along the stone wall. I stand amid the dark storm. I stand amid the dark storm. I stand among the market stalls. I stand among the market stalls. I lean against the stone column. I lean against the stone column. I walk along the garden path. I walk along the garden path. I lean against the wooden table. I lean against the wooden table. I walk along the edge of the field. I walk along the edge of the field. I stand amid the floating leaves. I stand amid the floating leaves. I stand among the ancient trees. I stand among the ancient trees. I rest against the stone bench. I rest against the stone bench. I walk along the railway line. I walk along the railway line. I stand amid the flashing lights. I stand amid the flashing lights. I stand among the glass bottles. I stand among the glass bottles. I lean against the iron fence. I lean against the iron fence. I walk along the riverbank. I walk along the riverbank.